And here we are for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. We build up to 5 red lights for the start of round 2 in this league racing series, SFL, and we are underway going in towards the first corner. We get a great start here in the second phase of it, jumping P2 blitz into the first corner, and we hold P2 as we go around the outside of the right hand part in the first 2 corners. We steam in front towards the trying to get on top of ring into the middle sector. We go now as we go through the long right hand bend. Well, it's not even the middle sector yet, is it? It's still the end of the first sector. We're going flat out 6th gear all the way here, slight lift down to the right, flick through to the left as we try and catch up to ring. We've got Blitz behind us. He's going to try and keep on top of us here. He's on the softer tyres, so he's going to have more of an advantage coming into the early stages of this race. We catch it up to ring a little bit here though as we finally now move into the middle sector. Let's see what kind of performances we can get on here. Obviously we've got a bit of a toe coming along into here, through the right hand bend, through the left hand bend, which ring's got a bit of a slower exit than us, so we're going to be in the toe. We're going to be right up his chuff here, coming in towards the flat out section here, very quick at this part of the track. Ring, we think better of it and stay behind him for the minute, but Blitz forces us to go a little bit defensive, and we run a bit deep into the right hand bend on the exit, and Blitz flies around us around the outside. And to be honest, I'm thinking he's not all lost at the minute, because obviously it's still only the first lap, and of course Blitz is on the soft compound tyre, so we should think that he'll be much quicker than Ring at this stage of the race as well. So he locks up a little bit on the entrance to the final corner, but we want to see how long can it be before Ring and Blitz start to fight, and it's really not long at all, because Blitz is already trying to steam around the outside of turn 1, which will turn into the inside for the second corner as well, which will work better for him, and he does manage to get the lead. Ring tries to cut back on the exit, has a little wobble, but doesn't end up losing it. So we are down to P3, and Blitz straight through to P1. He's had a very good start, he has. So we've gone from P3 to P2 to P3 again. Coming a lap later, Ring, he spun on the exit of the corner where we got overtaken by Blitz, so that is cost Ring a lot of time. I don't know if he's got any front wing damage or not there, but that is not doing his race any favours at all. He will definitely need a safety car to be able to help him come back into this race. And just a little bit later, we have a moment coming into the end of sector 1. So does Blitz. He runs off the track, and we waste no time taking the opportunity to perhaps use our battery and get straight up into P1 there, as we now take the lead of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix on lap 3. What a start this has been. Definitely quite a tense battle and everything. It's pretty exciting. I'm loving it. Anyways, we do get a safety car later on in the race. Only a couple of laps, only 3 laps later. This is the restart. We've got Blitz who's come behind us. Obviously Ring is in this fight as well now, because he's being able to catch up to the back of the pack in the safety car period. But Blitz goes down the inside, we go around the outside, holding our line, forcing Blitz to stay on the outside. We get a good run, and Mark's lost it. He's had a little bit of back end loss on the exit of turn 2 there. He put the throttle on a bit too quickly, and Blitz tries to come back at us. We run a little bit wide, but we do manage to hold it, and we're back in the lead of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix after making a pit stop under the safety car. We could very well go to the end of the race on this set of tyres if we have the opportunity to, but obviously to get to the end we still need to hold our position on track as well against the medium runners and try and make their tyres wear out. So we've got Ring who's attacking us now. We went around the outside of turn 1, didn't make it stick, as we still hold the lead for the moment on lap 8 out of 18. So we've got 10 laps to go, so it's quite a short race. Get a good run through there on the first exit of the sharp left-hand bend as we come to the middle sector. We got a little bit deep there, and Ring, just like on the early stages in the first few laps, takes no time wasting and goes straight past us, just like we did to Blitz. And coming towards the end of the lap now, are we going to be able to make anything happen on Ring? Perhaps no. We run a little bit wide as we get hit with a wash of dirty air, and Ring manages to pull another 2-3 car lengths on us. We use some battery now to try and catch up to him and defend also from Blitz at the same time, as we're all on different tyres now, so we're all hoping we can get to the end of the race on this set of tyres. Got lap 8 now coming on to lap 9 at the exit of the last corner. What are we going to be able to do this time? I think we've got some DRS coming up, and Ring to the inside. He's going to hold his line there. Got Blitz also looking behind us. We're going to go dart to the outside and then dart to the inside. You're fooling the dummy there. We're going to go down the inside, force him a little bit wide. We bang wheels a little bit on the entrance to turn 2. Ring round the outside of the left-hand bend coming up here. He manages to hold his line, and we have to tuck back in to P2 there. This is a lovely battle so far, but Ring's lost it. He's got a little bit deep. We have to get out of the throttle, and we touch the front of the front wing on his wheel, and that's giving us some orange front wing damage. You can see we're really struggling to keep it going around the corners at such speed. Ring's flying off into the distance now. He's gone, and he's taking the lead of this race quite comfortably now. We're having to try and combat this as best we can, trying to limp it through, but we're not really coping that well. Look at the time loss we've gained so far. It's 8/10 just within 2-3 corners there. What happens through this one? We have to go down an extra gear, down to 4th instead of 5th. But Blitz through the second last corner comes up the inside, and look how we can't even keep ourselves on the track. So I think it's not really any beneficial to stay out and keep going to the end. Yeah, there's still 24 seconds to the car behind. We should still come out in front of them, but it's going to be a bit close, obviously, with the front wing change, so we might come out just behind them. But on fresh tyres and a new front wing, plus where we are at the minute anyways, we should have the pace to come and catch them. Pit stop now to change the front wing. Obviously they're in game, but in real life these pit crews train day after day on changing these front wings and tyres. They do it all day, every day, I'm sure, in the factory. Quite a few points. We raise medium tyres coming out, and we should be able to get to the end of this. We've got the Alpha Tauri coming out of the pits on the left hand side there. Well, we're on the left hand side of the track. We go around the outside and hopefully take a position, but no, we touch and we lose our front wing again, and that is not what we wanted to happen in this Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. We're still in P3, but we got Norris behind us, who's going to end up overtaking us because we got the front wing damage. Look at that, we can't even keep it halfway throttle in 4th gear around this complex. This part isn't too bad because it's the left hand front wing damage. Now that shows there we can't even go 4th gear through that corner where it's normally flat out ish in 6th. So that has cost us quite a bit, so we have to come in again and put some soft compound tyres on to be able to make it to the end. Obviously soft tyres wear out very quickly in these last few F1 games, but I'm sure they can last 7 laps. We go through the Ferrari, taking the exact same line as the computer, so the AI driven the Ferrari there, and we do have an attempt at the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, so we're going to talk you through that now. And so obviously you've got to look at the braking markers on the right hand side at just about 100 metres, 3rd, 2nd gear for the first 2 corners. Nice long run on the exit as we come up towards the sharp left-hander, which is where quite a lot of us actually struggle. I usually tend to struggle with Rios. Again, gone a bit wide there and got a little warning for track limits, so this lap time shouldn't really count, but it doesn't really matter anyways. Flat out through here, 6th, 7th, down to 6th again a little bit wide, so we've lost probably 2-3 tenths here in this first sector alone already, whereas it will cost us all the way down this straight. It might even be more for all we know, but rough guess is about 3 tenths. So we still got purple in sector 1 there, you can see up the top of the webcam. And yeah, coming through this part here is all flat out all the way up to here until the next quick left right chicane. It's not really chicane, is it? It's more of a bend, but we got to 5th gear there, then we're going up to 6th, 7th and 8th. Obviously the webcam isn't quite accurate in the aerial shots and the TV camera shots because they're at 2 different points in the live stream. I've just imported them to make a video together. Quick flashing through the left-hander there and the right-hander, nailing it there through this part of the lap. This part of the lap's pretty good. First half was definitely a couple of tenths down, quite scrappy there. But we come in that now, long straight towards the last corner, turn 27 I think this one is. Down to 4th gear, 3rd gear, a little bit wide again, so still probably another tenth or 2 could be costed on the exit of this corner from running down the straight. And we do end up coming to get the fastest lap in the end, but only temporarily as we come towards now the end of the race. We've got Ring who's won the race, and you can see Blitz in 2nd place has managed to take the fastest lap away from us. I can see how much our tyres are wearing there. They're getting towards 50%, which isn't great anyways, but I knew they'd make it to the end of the race. We come home for P4. We've got Ring in P1, Blitz in P2, Norris in P3. So that is the end of SFL League Racing highlights for round 2. We've got the championship tables coming up just now for the drivers, and then the constructors will be just shortly after. Feel free to subscribe, and thank you very much. Follow the Twitch for the live stream, which will be just after the constructors. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you later.